is about Princess Diana. This one is just like a funny thing. You don't use this for your exam. Okay, on a more serious note. Okay. What you need to know, it says, is that you need to know definition. Don't have to worry much about this part, because it will come when you know the second point. What you actually need to know is the second point. What is the nature? Yeah, meaning. Do we have it? That's why. That is the first question I asked you to think about. Do we have it? Is it real? Yeah. When did it start? Is it new? Some of you say no. It seems to have started a while ago. The things that now we call globalization. The internet surely is new because it's the product of the 50s. The causes, that one you really have to know. I told you this is the focus of your syllabus. The causes. Yeah, but they can't ask you the same question every time. Yeah, they have to like, sometimes they ask you last time, when they first start very easy, they will say, okay, is the economy the key to globalization? Does the economy cause it? You know? Or is the technology the key? But then now, because there's, you know, I mean, they can't ask the same questions all the time. So they'll have to change to something. Yeah? Last time it was really all questions to be about new and real and causes. The consequence, how does it affect you? Not asked very often. I think I've just seen once they ask. Yeah? Why they shouldn't ask this? Because it's not in the subject guide. Yeah, so if they do ask, you have to actually apply things in the subject guide and think quite a lot more, because it's not obvious there. In the subject guide, it is about new and real and the causes. Epistemological question, is it out there or is it something that can be experienced? This point here is also not in the subject guide. Seriously, also not in the subject guide. Now, if they ask you whether it's out there, it means it is objective. You can use statistics to prove it or not. Or is it about people experience it? It's the idea. So you would then have to, you know, bring those part about materialism here, yeah, and idealism here. This is ontology, but this is epistemology. Yeah? But because you don't have it in the subject guide, so you can't help. You have to bring things on ontology to help you here. And you know, ontology at this point kind of connect it quite well, right? The kind, ontologically, a structuralist. Yeah? Structure. You know? Look at things out there and use statistics to represent it. So here, now if you still don't quite get the kind. This part, you want to use those ideas of the ontology, that is materialism, and that one is quite easy here. And idealism will be quite easy here. Yeah? But they say, by right, you should be talking positivism and interpretivism, but I say you don't have it in your subject. Eventually, we'll look at all the same questions. Yeah? And see how you can make use of the material. Mrs. Gosling keep reinforcing that these chapters are not mutually exclusive. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and chapter 9 later on when we do organization, they are not mutually exclusive, you know. The ideas from other chapters can always be put in. And the ideas that you get from other course that you do anywhere can be brought in, you know. So, sociology is very broad. Now here, chapter 4 on Marx. Marx. During his time, there was no globalization. Yeah, Marx talked about capitalism, okay, operation of capitalist class. He did not look at globalization. However, his idea kind of touched upon this topic Look at what he wrote. Read this in italic. Okay, I don't remember it's this class or it's the other class, when I put you in groups and I asked you to help analyze a topic. There was one group that did metrosexual. Was it this class? Metrosexual? No? Okay, that class did it quite interestingly. They said, okay, one new thing that is going on today is called metrosexual. Yeah, new issue. And that class used Marxists to do it. And say, you see, capitalists want to make money, yeah? That's what last time they tend to do, to sell products to the girls. But to make more money, what to do? Then they target the guys. Right? But if you don't alienate them first, if you don't change their idea, they won't be your target or your victim. Then they have to then create an idea of metrosexual. Yeah, become a new idea. Give it to the guys. Surely the guys resist. Then the guys have to be alienated. Then they use all the media, or especially media, to kind of change their idea. Now there are so many metrosexual who use like lotion, earring. They use celebrity to help them do it. So you see, what a lot of people, right? David Beckham also have the earring, He also like wear his wife. He say sometimes he lost his wife. I don't wear that. Like that. So, now those brief, the guys brief so ugly. So they have to change their mind. Now that was Marx. That is Marxist analysis of metrosexual, which I think is very interesting. Now Marx said, you see, capitalists greedy, greedy. They need the system want more and more and more. How? See, when they exhaust all the raw material, labors and all that, when national industry are dislodged by new industries that no longer work in indigenous raw material, but raw material from remote zone, whose products are consumed not only at home, but every quarter of the globe. See, capitalism expand in an area that resources are not enough anymore. They have to go outside. We also want to sell these products outside. The intellectual creation of individuation becomes common property. All the ideas become common ideas. National one-sidedness now become more and more impossible. See? What he said here is that there will be globalization, you can imply from there. Yeah, even though he didn't say it, but he looked at he looked at capitalism, and he has predicted correctly that capitalism will become global. See? And he even said, workers of the world unite. He even predicted there will be global inequality. Global inequality, there will be, the polarization of the rich and poor, and ultimately workers of the world will unite. That's what he said. Yeah? He did continue to say that there's going to be global revolution. He didn't say that. Yeah. So, there are a lot of people who look at Marxists again and say, Marx also talk about that. About the expansion of capitalism into global world system. Yeah? What about Durkheim? Did he say anything about it? I don't think so. No, Durkheim did not. But the idea of division of labor later comes to be used by global sociologists who say we have something called NIDL, New International Division of Labour. This is a bit hard for you to read. Let me read it with you. This is, I don't know, I think you have it in your subject guide. Idea of division of labour. Remember that? Last time, single cell. Now, complex organism with division of labour. Means that the economy has become a specialized institutions which affect change in other institutions. As the economy being differentiated, yeah, you have other specialized institutions. Differentiation has also weakened commitment to the states and national culture. This could encourage globalization. Before there is industrialization, when the economy, family, education, and everything is all in one. People have loyalty to that one institution. Now, economy becomes separated, family becomes separated, work becomes separated. People's loyalty becomes state. Yeah? And that has allowed, given option for people to actually transcend from locality into global. We don't get stuck to this one locality anymore. Yeah, we start to have different loyalty to different institutions. And that paved way for individuals to transcend locality. That one is not that important, in fact. The important part is that when 20th century structural functionalists bring this kind of idea to look at NIDL, the new International Division of Labour, when this country specialized on producing something, Thailand, rice, Malaysia, rubber, US, technology, Singapore, service. So when you have different parts in the world playing different specialized roles, they are connected, and that is globalization. Yeah? And that is the contribution of Durkheim to global sociology. Right? Weber. Did he write anything about globalization? No. No. Yeah? But people look at the idea of rationalization and believe that it will spread globally. I know you have enough listening to me. Let me show you a 10 minutes video from the BLE, because I know you guys won't go and watch